Joining us for more is Jack Valero. He's a press officer for the Catholic institution Opus Dei in the UK. He's also the founder of Catholic Voices, and he joins us live now from Glasgow. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us on the program. I first want to get your thoughts on the passing of Pope Benedict and the legacy he's left behind now.
Yes, he's a hugely influential figure in the Catholic Church right from the start of his life, because when he was a priest in his 30s, he took part as the secretary of a cardinal in the Second Vatican Council, which was a meeting held in the Catholic Church in the 60s, which was very, very influential. And he, as a 30-year-old priest, gave some speeches which were extremely influential in the results of Vatican II. So from then he worked for over 20 years for John Paul II. He has written a huge number of books and papers, and then he became Pope himself. While he was Pope, he actually took in hand the sexual abuse crisis, which had been, as had been said in the program, very much mishandled. He took it in hand. He was the first Pope to meet with victims. He set up strict rules to counter the crisis. So he started something that was continued later by Pope Benedict, by Pope Francis. Similarly, he took in hand the financial renewal of the church. The finances were a murky area in the Catholic Church, and there's been many years of work on that, which started with him. So both intellectually and in a practical way, he was not such a practical man, but his influence is huge.
Right, and his papacy was associated with his call for a return to fundamental Christian values. How do you think he's changed and formed the Catholic Church?
Well, I think that he was not afraid of new ideas. He was a very intellectual pope. He read a lot. He spoke a lot. He got the inputs from many different people. When he came to Britain in 2010 to beatify Cardinal Newman, which was a very important visit that he made during his pontificate, there was a feeling among Britons that he was perhaps too conservative and not in line with British values. This was confirmed not to be the case when he actually came, because he spoke of many things and connected with the British people. He was seen as what he was, a very holy man, very thoughtful man, in touch with the problems of today. He gave a speech in Westminster Hall, which was a very important speech, even throughout his pontificate. To go back to that speech to all the leaders of civil society in Britain, in which he spoke about the fact that religion was not a problem for legislators to solve, but a vital contribution to the life of the nation. So he was seen sometimes as a conservative, but in fact, he was very modern, in touch with the modern world, and wanting to present to the world Jesus Christ as the answer to the problems of the world today.
Right, and we do have live pictures from the Vatican where mourners are currently making their way to the Vatican to pay their respects to the late Pope Benedict XVI. Jack Valero, thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World and sharing that insight with us.